George, good morning, and thank you for coming in and participating in what we're calling the Chairman's Corner. I think it's very important to have the citizens that advised about what's going on in our county, and of course you cover our DOT. And how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very good, Dave. It's definitely a good morning. I'm glad to be here and hope to be able to present the information that you would like the folks to hear.
Well, again, thanks. And we'll just get started. How long have you been with the Paulding Department of Transportation?
I've been with the county since February 2nd, 2004. I remember the date very well. It was right after Super Bowl 38. We watched the New England Patriots beat the Carolina Panthers. I'm a huge Patriots fan, so it stands out for me.
Oh, well, you got with the right team there for sure. Well, I think the citizens would like to know kind of how the DOT is divided up, the different divisions, and really how many employees that you're in charge of.
Currently, Dave, we have, there's 68 total employees, so I oversee right now 67 with a lot of help from our division managers, crew leaders, and supervisors. It's definitely more than one person can handle by themselves, but we have 4 distinct divisions. We have the construction division. They basically handle all the overseeing of construction projects for the county, all the bridge projects, the road widenings, the intersection projects, trail projects. They take care of looking at the quantities, making sure everything's placed the right way, making sure everything is built to standards. Then we have the maintenance division. They basically handle maintaining our existing roadway system. They clear right-of-ways, plow roads when necessary. Hopefully we won't have to do that anymore lately. Patching potholes, building drainage structures, installing drainage pipes, sidewalks, that type of thing. We have a traffic operations division. They handle maintaining all the traffic signals, the line striping, the signs for the county. They also perform all the traffic engineering studies and also do crash analysis. And then we have the engineering division. They design and also manage consultant design engineering projects for the county. It's a big job. They also oversee the utility permitting process on the county roadways and also manage the streetlight program.
Well, we've had early snow and not so much ice, fortunately, but we've had those events back on December 8th and then a second one. I think our citizens, our audience today would be interested in the responsibilities and the requirements and what you just have to get out there and do to take care of.
Okay. Exactly. Obviously with 993 miles of roads and the equipment we can't, maintain every road as well as we'd like during a storm. So what we do, we have it called a priority listing of roads. We have a priority 1 and a priority 2. Obviously the priority roads are your higher volume roads that carry the traffic in the county, like say a Cedar Crest Road or a Dallas-Ackworth Highway, a Ridge Road. We do our best to keep those roads clear of snow and ice during storms. We apply salt, plow, apply sand for traction, keep those roads clear of trees and debris, that type of thing.
The limbs, particularly that December 8th storm where it was kind of a wet snow, talk a little bit about just cleaning up the limbs and how extensive that is.
That was an extremely extensive amount of work. Basically that storm hit countywide, it seemed like, looking at the storm and the radar, it just seemed like it hit Paulding County just perfectly. And it seemed like every road had some amount of limbs or trees down on it. Some roads, obviously more than others. The roads that have a lot of trees on the right-of-way, they really had a lot of limb damage.
I think anyone that just tries to contemplate 993 miles of county roads, you just can't get out there and pick it up overnight. And let me just take a moment to thank you and your crews for their work on the 2 storms that we've had and for the long hours that you and they have worked. I've gotten many emails just being grateful for the good work that is done by our county DOT. The road projects that are currently underway, I'm sure, again, the audience whether they're going to work or they're just going to the store, have seen cones out there and have seen a work in progress. So which projects would you comment on as being the most significant today?
Currently, right now we have 2 bridge projects that are on Dallas-Ackworth Highway. Obviously, Dallas-Ackworth Highway is one of our major county routes. Those 2 bridges being replaced, one over Possum Creek and the other over Pickett's Mill. Those bridges are 1940 era bridges, and so they've had their life expectancy and they need to be replaced. So that is ongoing right now. We expect those to be done by the end of the year. And when those bridges are done, they will actually have the capacity to handle 4 lanes of traffic in the future. So we're designing for that. Also, we have a multi-use trail being constructed on Bill Carruth Parkway, going from the Wellstar Paulding facility down to the bridge over the Norfolk Southern Railroad. So that'll be done sometime, I'm hoping, this summer. And we also have, some ongoing paving projects in various stages of completion. Our maintenance division also has some projects that they're working on right now. They're working on a right-hand bypass lane at the intersection of Dallas-Ackworth Highway and Oliver Drive. They're doing intersection construction at Coach Bobby Dodd, where it intersects Merchants Drive, State Route Business 6. And we're also doing some road building on Brushy Mountain Road.
Great, outstanding. Appreciate the update on that. The 2018, we're just barely a month into it. Are there any scheduled projects that we might alert our audience to?
Definitely. We have a lot of projects on our books, and the ones that I believe will be ready to be constructed in 2018, we'll have the intersection of State Route 61 and East Memorial Drive. We're having a 350-foot right turn lane being constructed that'll go from East Memorial turning north onto State Route 61. That project hopefully will be getting underway sometime this month to get that working, and once it's done, I think you're going to see wonders in terms of reducing delays and queues of vehicles in Dallas. This is a really good project. It'll be a big help. We have construction that'll be started on 2 prefabricated bridge projects on Swan Drive, replacing 2 culverts that are failing out there. In addition, we'll begin work on the intersection of Dallas-Ackworth Highway, Mount Tabor Church Road. Currently, Mount Tabor Church and Fry Road intersect Dallas-Ackworth, that they're slightly offset from each other. So it's a little confusing out there, kind of causes some issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to realign those 2 roads. They intersect Dallas-Ackworth at the same point, and then we're going to cut down the hill of Dallas-Ackworth a little bit to provide the sight distance necessary to accommodate vehicles to travel through there safely.
That's awesome. I drive that way a lot, and that'll be a big improvement. I think there have been some crashes there too.
Yes, sir, there have, and like I said, this project is to eliminate that issue. Well,
we had groundbreaking for Highway 92 there from Douglas County that will come north up to Bill Carruth Parkway. Do you have any comments on that project? It's a big one.
It's a huge project. This is going from Malone Road in Douglas County all the way to Nebo Road. From Malone Road to Bill Carruth Parkway, it's going to be a 6-lane roadway replacing the existing 2-lane, and there's going to be a median also. So obviously this is an extensive project that will move a lot more cars more efficiently through that part of the county than ever before. And then from Bill Carruth Parkway up to Nebo Road, 92 will be designed as a 2-lane roadway. The total project length is 6.93 miles, and the Paulding County project length is 5.65 miles, and the Douglas County project length is 1.28 miles. The contract for this construction work was awarded to C.W. Matthews Construction Company in the amount of $51.2 million. So a pretty good amount of money, but it was under the engineer's estimate that was prepared by the state. It's a pretty long timeline on construction. I believe right now it's July of 2022 is the proposed completion date. So it's a great project. We'll be looking forward to getting it underway and some of the lanes widened. So I'm definitely excited.
Well, we all know, we and our staff and our audience knows that Paulding County is continuing to grow. Such a beautiful place to live, and So in anticipation of that growth, do you have any words of wisdom as to how we can deal with it from a transportation mobility side, George?
I think what we have to do, and what we have been doing previously with the Department of Transportation, we look at our roads, we look at our road system, we collect traffic counts with our Traffic Operations Division. So we have historical counts, we have current counts, and we have future projected counts on county and state highways in Paulding County. So we try to figure out where the growth is happening and plan for it accordingly by basically putting our money and our projects in the areas that are best served to move folks around. So we don't want gridlock, so we're going to take what resources we have and build projects in the areas that are most needed.
Well, we appreciate your information today on our highway system. It pertains to all of us, my wife and our home is on a well, so we don't get the water distribution. Other types of infrastructure are kind of segregated in where you live, but highways affect all of us. And again, just thanks to you for your leadership and overseeing all your folks and for making life easier on all of us. So appreciate your time here on the Chairman's Corner.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate everything y'all do to support us, and like I said, we're going to keep on doing our best to make Paulding County as safe and efficient as possible for our roadway system.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, sir.